Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT. We are here in the Hammerstein Ballroom, probably up until the main event, knowing how well this game does not work. But anyways, it is the first, maybe, NXT of 2018. Probably not, probably the second one, given how bad I've been with uploading recently. But we'll gloss over that for continuity reasons. We are here anyway to find out tonight who will be the #1 contender to the NXT Global Championship. That is to come in the main event, but as you see right there, at some point tonight, we will be hearing from the NXT champion himself. We will be hearing from Coren. It has been some time since we have last seen him. In fact, I think we've only seen him once since he won that belt. But he's going to be here tonight. He's going to have a few things to say. And yeah, I'm about as excited as you for that. But we'll gloss over that for now because we're going to look at how we're going to start off the card, apparently, with the continuation of this little tag team feud that has been going on since last month. Since as far as NXT TakeOver Toronto, and tonight it could well be a situation where we find ourselves having a 2v2v2 tag team turmoil match at NXT TakeOver the night before the Royal Rumble as SAnitY take on American Alpha. The DCC are already on their way to take over to challenge American Alpha. Will SAnitY join them? We'll find out. And then, of course, that main event, like I said, that 10-man battle royal where we will determine the #1 contender to Kurt Angle's NXT Global Championship at NXT TakeOver. Who will it be? You see the 8 men there, but you see the 2 secrets hiding away. Who are those 2 going to be? And will any of them be going on to NXT TakeOver to take on Kurt Angle? We'll find out when we get there, but as for right now, apparently we're not going to start things off with a tag team matchup as Tessa Blanchard has just started to come down towards the ring. So this is this is kind of taking me back a little bit. Like I said, I was expecting to start things off with that tag team matchup, but apparently not. Tessa Blanchard, I guess, continuing on with whatever she had to say, with whatever she had to do last week. If you watched NXT last week, you would see that Tessa Blanchard decimated Mickie James in the ring, and she essentially left her a pulp. And there was so much going on with the NXT Women's Division last week that it was just kind of weird. I mean, we had Jazzy Gabert kicking things off by destroying Ember Moon backstage, and that is what Tessa Blanchard's on about. Both herself and Gabert left a mark on NXT last week. And the chances of the NXT Women's Division recovering from it soon, well, that's just not going to happen, because Tessa Blanchard and Jazzy Gabert have intentions of causing even more havoc. Oh my goodness, and it took very little time for her to come along. Jazzy Gabert, who we saw her backstage last week, she threw Ember Moon around like she was nothing to kick things off, and now she comes out here tonight to stand alongside Tessa Blanchard. I'm guessing these 2 women are working alongside one another. That would make the most sense. And if that's the case, then that is pretty damn big news for the NXT Women's Division. And Jazzy Gabert right away getting into the swing of things, talking about how she had so much fun destroying Ember Moon last week and how she wishes she could do it again week in and week out. And Tessa Blanchard is letting her know that as much as she enjoyed tearing apart Mickie James last week, she's going to enjoy watching even more when Jazzy Gabert rips her to pieces here tonight. This is the duo that is going to save the NXT Women's Division. This is the duo that is the dominant force of the NXT Women's Division. Tessa Blanchard saying there that there is no iconic duo around here to save this division. This is about these 2 women stamping their mark on it, and they begin here tonight. When Jazzy Gabert tears apart Mickie James, the champion will be put on notice. Everyone will be put on notice. And there you have it, the duo working together. Tessa Blanchard and Jazzy Gabert, for one of the first times we'll see them here tonight. But one thing's for certain, this is a duo who, even if they don't get along too well, share the same common goal in mind, destroying the NXT Women's Division and making it their own. Well, from one dominant duo to potentially another one, as SAnitY here gets ready for their matchup against American Alpha. This is going to be a hard-fought contest. to get things underway here on NXT. The NXT General Manager has certainly made sure that tonight we are kicking things off big and we are ending things big. How are these two teams going to work when they collide together? This is the third time, I think, in... Well, it's been, a good couple of months, but, this is still the third time that they have collided, and it is 2-0 SAnitY, to be fair. Once from a legitimate victory, the second time round, of course, by means of disqualification. But it is still SAnitY who holds 2 wins over American Alpha. And as they head towards the ring, Eric Young and Killian Dane will be in action. They are wondering if they will join themselves alongside the DCC. Will they be a takeover fighting American Alpha and the DCC? Will Eric Young get his hands on Chris Sabin again? And will they tear each other apart? Not for the NXT Tag Team titles, but just for the method of dominance, just to prove who the better one truly is out of the two. Well, it is certainly going to be interesting, and I think the difference maker of this whole thing is that man now on the right, Killian Dane, the powerhouse that he is, and Sawyer Fulton, the one on the left. You can never take your eyes off of. SAnitY is dangerous, and they know they are as well. They are here with one thing in mind always, and that is to cause chaos, havoc, and to decimate their opponents no matter what. They have had American Alpha's name on more than one occasion, and they could well have it again here tonight. The tag team champions with their backs up against the wall, not only because they have been defeated by SAnitY as clean as you like in the past, but last week, of course, they lost to the DCC as well. And now I think is where the real doubts as to can they hold on to those tag team titles at TakeOver come into the mind. It is where the tag team champions start to get worried. It is where they start to slip up, I think. When champions start to get anxious and nervous, they slip up. But I'm not too sure if American Alpha can be that duo who will slip up and make mistakes. They are always a well-oiled unit. They've been the tag team champions now for about just under 5 months, and they're looking to continue holding on to them here. Don't seem to show any signs of letting them go. The longest reigning champions in NXT right now. And they are looking to keep that accolade going for them here, whether or not they have to face just the DCC, or whether or not SAnitY will come along into the occasion as well. When TakeOver rolls around, when it is a big match situation, American Alpha will pull out everything they've got in order to become the tag team champions, in order to walk out with those belts still around their waists. But here tonight, they've got to try and almost do a bit of damage limitation. Can they stop SAnitY from going to TakeOver against them? Or is it going to be 3 teams going at it? Tag team turmoil at TakeOver. That is what I'm about to find out. If you don't know how tag team turmoil works, essentially it's a gauntlet match. 2 teams will start, and then the 3rd team will make its way out after one of those 2 teams have been eliminated. Of course, the final team standing are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Last time it was a Judgment Day between the Dangerous Alliance, the Revival, and the Ascension. The Dangerous Alliance headed in as the Tag Team Champions, but it was the Revival and the Ascension who were the final 2 teams standing, and then the Revival who ended up being the Tag Team Champions. Get things underway in this one right now. Eric Young, the leader, has come out all guns blazing against Chad Gable right now. Hard knee in the head there, and this is going to be one of those matches which you know right from the start. EY is going to be looking to have his fingerprints all over, looking to try and make sure that he completely destroys Chad Gable on his way to SAnitY becoming the #1 contenders. But Gable isn't exactly standing for that right now and is looking to make an early tag here. In comes Jason Jordan. Big kick in the gut there. And the powerhouse now of American Alpha will meet Eric Young. But look at the strength there of EY to hit that belly to belly. And now is he going to tag in his powerhouse? Oh, it looks like it, doesn't it? And indeed he is. Killian Dane is in now. Let's see what Jason Jordan can do to try and counteract this. Absolutely nothing from the get-go. Face planted right down into the mat with ease. And Dane has got off to an explosive start. Oh my God, look at the strength of this powerhouse right from the get-go. Deadlifted him up there and planted him down with the power bomb. It is all Dane thus far, but finally Jordan able to get a little bit of an opening going for him. Sends him into the turnbuckle there, and a big shoulder tackle will send Dane down. Didn't seem as if he had it in him to go for the belly-to-belly there, but he will go for the German suplex, and he will hit it. On the 300-plus pounder, American Alpha have come out here looking to do way better than what they did last week. I mean, so far they haven't had the cleanest of starts, but they're hoping that it'll get better. Great strength there by Jason Jordan. And Chad Gable will go after the arm as well, trying to take away all the strength that he can from Killian Dane. Trying to make it harder for the man to lift up these two men. But look at how Dane just shrugs off that forearm and almost busts the jaw of Chad Gable with one of his own. Plants him down there with that slam. Oh my god, Dane is just running roughshod right now through American Alpha. They were getting off to a bit of a decent start, but every time they're trying to get something going here, Killian Dane just stops them in their tracks. Gable, I don't know if he was thinking straight there. Irish whipped him into the corner of SAnitY, and he's paid for it there. Dane with another hard forearm shot. But look at that by Gable. Great evasion there, using his speed to his advantage. And creates a little opening there. Dane going to make the tag, though, into EY. And the leader of SAniTY's back in the ring here. Both men went for the dropkick and collided in midair. But oh, EY just a bit quicker on the draw this time round. 2 drop kicks, 3 unresponded drop kicks there. And Gable looked like he wanted to try and crawl to make the tag into Jason Jordan, and he just couldn't manage it. EY now up on the top rope. This is going to be big. Looking for the elbow drop, and Gable moved out of the way. Great evasion there by Chad Gable, and that double underhook suplex. What a counter by EY. And how he stops the hopes of Chad Gable making the tag in there. That was smart by EY, and now he's just punishing Chad Gable. Look at this. He is slamming his head into the mat repeatedly here. There was one thing SAnitY will always show. It is absolutely no remorse from bell to bell. Up to the top rope, he's going to go again. Will it pay off this time, though? SAnitY in the driver's seat, and this time, EY gets the elbow drop that he was looking for. And again, look at this, just slamming his head into the mat here. Trying to make sure that he slams him so hard into the mat that even the DCC understand what's going on here. DDT by EY. Chad Gable is just being destroyed right now. The tag team champions are being outclassed and outmatched here by a dynamic duo. Everything considered that they represent, they are a very dynamic duo. Their ability to work with one another speaks volumes, and Gable has just been cornered off here basically into SAniTY's side of the ring. But there we go, finally something from Gable to get going here. Arm drag, and it gives him an opening. Has to make the tag into Jordan there, and he finally does. Jordan may well be doing a lot of this matchup on his own here. EY put a number on him, and now Eric Young is looking to finish things off right now. Pile driver to Jason Jordan. Will it send SAnitY to take over? Into the cover he goes now, and with 1, 2, 3, it will. SAnitY have won it. Eric Young even dragged them across the ring to their corner just to make sure that they had it, that Killian Dane could make the save, but there was no need. Gable was unresponsive on the outside, and EY pins Jason Jordan. That means that NXT TakeOver Tag Team Turmoil is going to be in effect. It will be American Alpha defending their titles against the DCC and SAnitY. This is where it gets worrying now. Are the DCC going to walk out with their second tag team title reign? Is SAnitY going to destroy the field on their path to wreaking havoc in NXT, or will American Alpha find a way somehow right now to defy the odds and stay the NXT Tag Team Champions? That last one looking less and less likely with every passing day. But we're going to move on now to our next contest. The NXT Global Champion is going to be in action. Kurt Angle will go up against EC3. Well, that was a destructive way to kick things off on NXT. God, I really don't know what to say about that. American Alpha, I just don't know how they're going to do it at this point. I just don't see how they're going to walk out with those tag team titles. I think it's between SAnitY and the DCC, and if those two teams are going to be able to collide with one another, oh boy, I hope TakeOver has got enough infrastructure to hold on to them, because it is going to be an absolute carnage. It is going to be a riot when those two teams, if those two teams rather, should I say, meet with one another. Well, we'll see if that's the case when we get there, but as for right now, we've got this match to focus on. EC3 may not have got the opportunity to go to NXT TakeOver to face Kurt Angle for the belt, but he's still got a one-on-one match with him here tonight, non-title, which should well be very interesting. And I think EC3 can prove, you know, how he can stand up against the NXT Global Champion. Kurt Angle has been holding that belt for quite some time now. A little over 3 months, I believe, and he's been doing a great job with it ever since he won the belt. Was making frequent defenses, but apparently under the new NXT general manager, he wanted to put more focus onto it and wanted to get more superstars involved, and that's exactly what he's done over these last few weeks. You know, we had some people qualifying for it, the likes of Kushida, Big Show. Kushida, I think, was the only man who had to have a qualifying match for it, and EC3 was involved in that. But he wasn't pinned in it. I think it was Titus O'Neil who took the pin in that triple threat, so it is still all neutral for EC3 as he gets ready to take on the global champion, who of course will find out his #1 contender here tonight. We've got 8 men in that matchup and 2 men who we have no idea about. Two what's the word I'm looking for? Surprises, that's the one. But certainly there is no surprise tonight as to who the NXT Global Champion is and who the NXT crowd are on the side of. Kurt Angle is a fan favourite in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Each and every week he comes out here. Angle's been watching from afar, and he is ready to see what the future holds for him come TakeOver. He knows whoever he's going to take on. They deserve to have that match. They deserve to have that what will be a great confrontation between those two people. And well, yeah, we'll just find out who it's going to be in the main event. But right now, Kurt Angle temporarily has got to turn his attention away from that 10-man battle royal and on to EC3 here tonight, because it's not as if he can overlook this man. He's a tough opponent. He's a very tough athlete. You know, Kurt Angle is the wrestling machine. Well, in some ways, EC3 in his own way is a bit of a machine. You know, he's got the body, he has got the look, and he's got the ability within that ring to make sure that you don't forget. He's got more of a flamboyant style than Kurt Angle, but the matter is still the same. Look at this by EC3 early on right now. Just lugging Kurt Angle around there, but he gets off, and oh, what a hard elbow there into the back of into the shin even. No, maybe I think it was the back, the calf even. Wow, I'm all over the place. Of EC3, and oh, flying forearm there by Angle as he gets things underway now in very quick fashion. EC3 though not interested in, well, I imagine he is far from interested in wanting to wrestle Kurt Angle style. That would be a disaster, I imagine, if he had to endure that. But now he's got Angle's number right here, and he's looking to do a pretty good job of it. This time the stun gun will connect. Draping him over the ropes there and into a quick cover now. Angle in the ropes. But EC3 has got off to a very strong start here over the NXT Global Champion. Using his power to his advantage, and power he does have. Look at the way he kind of out-muscles Kurt Angle. But you try a belly-to-belly against the man who executes it better than anyone else, and you are going to pay for it. Kurt Angle making sure that message got across to EC3. Down into the snap mare. Nothing will follow up, though, as EC3 denies him an opportunity to. What will EC3 look for you? He's got him in the turnbuckle, and oh, desperate times, I guess, call it for desperate measures. Raking the face across the ropes, digging it in. That is pretty sore indeed for anyone to have to endure, and Kurt Angle knows that EC3 is trying to EC3 is trying to get under his skin. Double underhook suplex there. Great cover to follow up, but Angle kicks out at 2. There's the ability of EC3 in that ring, using his strength to his advantage there, and Angle needs to think of something quick to try and get back in this one. Hard uppercut there, and that could be his opening. Angle now, snap suplex, seeing a beauty when Angle hits it. But EC3 once again able to just bat it off, as is Kurt Angle though, with a hard strike in response to everything that EC3 went for. Capture suplex, over the head you go, EC3. This one is going it's going about 100 miles an hour from the get-go here with both men back and forth so far. Both have had moves on the other, but neither's been able to put each other away with anything big yet. Big DDT though. Perhaps the hardest hitting move of the match thus far. Angle now in position. Oh, here we go. Already. Angle not messing around. All about business. The triple Germans on their way by Kurt Angle now. Brace for impact on the third one. EC3 perhaps played it too safe from the start, and Kurt Angle just made him pay for it. Angle going to go for another German suplex though. EC3 manages to pull out the reversal. What are we going to see now? EC3 putting Angle up on the top rope here. Amazing that he can still fight back after those triple Germans. This one is going to do a bit more damage to his back though, but it may well be worth it. Here we go. Superplex. And both men go down. EC3 brings Angle back up to his feet here. And EC3 running knee there. Drilled Angle in the head. What a knee trembler that one was. But once again, a little slip up there and Angle could capitalize. EC3 doesn't intend on that happening though. Great reversal. And now EC3 looking to try and close in on a victory over Kurt Angle. Angle's hand under the ropes though. That's going to call the rope break. Like I said, there's been a very back and forth contest between both men. They've both been given it socks since the very start. Lovely splash in the corner there by EC3. Can he use it to secure a win though over Kurt Angle? Went for the strike. Angle shrugged it off, and another capture suplex for his troubles. And now Kurt Angle with a DDT will bring him down with authority. He's dazed, he's out of it, and he might be over. Angle slam to EC3. Drags him away from the ropes now and into the cover. There's one, there's two, and there's three. Kurt Angle is your winner in this one. Nicely done indeed. A very interesting contest, I think, is one way that you can put it. It was a tough battle by both men. It was a basically just two men slugging it out from bell to bell. EC3 gave it socks, but Kurt Angle just had that little bit more in him. The NXT Global Champion proving that he had a little bit more in him. Valiant effort by EC3, but it is Kurt Angle's division that he is currently the head of, and he doesn't have any intentions of letting it go anytime soon. Whoever wins that 10-man battle royal here tonight, this is the man you're up against. This is the man you face. You think that you can dethrone him? We'll find out at TakeOver. Well, there we go. Victory for Angle. We're going to move on now. It's coming up next. We're going to see if we're going to be looking at the next #1 contender to the NXT Women's Championship. Billie Kay goes up against Kairi Sane. Billie Kay has been lining them up and knocking them down on her path to trying to become the next NXT Women's Champion. Well, here tonight she could secure a potential date with Destiny by going to NXT TakeOver and challenging for the NXT Women's Championship. It has been amazing to see her stand out like she has. And now tonight, she could reach her destiny. Despite all that is going on in the NXT Women's Division with Tessa, Blanchard, Jazzy, Gabert, etc., it is Billie Kay who believes that she should be front and center of the attention. It is Billie Kay who finds herself being just one win away from becoming the #1 contender. However, that one win has got to come over the NXT Women's Champion. But, and you know, usually that would be a tough thing to beat the champion, but Billie Kay's done it already. Billie Kay has that win over Kairi Sane, and she could do it again here tonight. And if she does, with 2 wins over the NXT Women's Champion, you have to think that it is going to be a new NXT Women's Champion from TakeOver. It's one thing to lose one match to someone, it's another to lose twice. And we'll see here tonight if lightning will strike twice for Billie Kay. Will she get a bit more luck? Will she get that win that she desires? Here comes Kairi Sane now. First time in a while we've seen her, the NXT Women's Champion, heading towards the ring, but Billie Kay has intentions of meeting her halfway. And oh my god! Flander there with that shoulder tackle. Certainly no remorse being shown by Kay from the get-go. She is looking to do anything to get the upper hand right now over the woman she could be meeting in NXT TakeOver. Peyton Royce watching closely now as Billie Kay gets to work. Kairi Sane is just being lugged around right now, and the boots being put into her. But she's trying to fight back here against her potential challenger. She's still got her entrance attire on, for crying out loud, and Billie Kay though doesn't care. That doesn't make a difference to Billie Kay. So long as she gets her hand on her opponent, that's all that matters to her. Northern Lights suplex, and Kairi Sane is in trouble right now. And here goes this match now, properly underway, since Kairi Sane's finally had a chance to get the pirate gear off of her, but Billie Kay just wants to get to work here, and that is exactly what she's doing here. Homage there to Peyton Royce on the outside with a fisherman suplex, but only a 1 count. Has Kairi Sane learned anything from the last match? Has she gotten tougher? Can she endure more? Or has Billie Kay got a number for a second time in a row? I guess that is what we are about to find out as we get things going in this matchup. But look at how Billie Kay is almost just leading the way right now, dictating the pace, the challenger. She ain't even #1 contender yet, and she is essentially telling the champion what to do. And the thought of that is frightening. DDT there, spiking her on her head. No, oh my god, no way, not already. A side slam brainbuster by Billie Kay. How has she brought this out of the... How has she managed to bring this out so quickly? I don't know, but Kairi Sane pulls out the counter there. Thank God that she did, because it looked as if she was about to lose then and wind up facing Billie Kay at TakeOver. She is just trying to do anything right now. I don't think she can believe that this has happened as she tries to slow the pace down here. Hard strike in the gut there, though. And yanked on her hair from behind there. You could say what you could say that's a move like Edge and Christian we've seen them do, but no, she was yanking on the hair in order to bring her down, and Kairi Sane's going to make her pay. Look at the strength of her here, holding her up in that powerbomb position. Incredible by Sane, but took too long, and Kay makes her pay for it. She gets out of that now, and oh, there's the big boot! Oh my god, it's going to happen again. It's not going to happen. Is it? There's 2. Oh, and Kairi Sane kicks out. I thought that was it. I thought that was the end of it all then. But Kairi Sane keeps her hopes alive just a little bit longer of finding someone else to face at NXT TakeOver. What a kick in the side of the head there by Sane. That big boot could have been her undoing. She's fallen to that move before, but it doesn't look like Sane wants to try and fall to it here tonight. And now, since she kicked out of it, Sane's getting things going here for herself. Look at this German suplex to Billie Kay. Incredible to witness right now. This is a comeback like no other for Kairi Sane, looking to shrug off Billie Kay as a challenger. Peyton Royce watching on in concern as the Alabama Slam struck. And look at that now. Peyton Royce getting involved at the right time, and Kay backslide, looking to go to TakeOver with it. There's 2 and 3. She got it. She stole one. The iconic duo strikes again. Billie Kay is going to NXT TakeOver, and she has Peyton Royce to thank for it. Kairi Sane can hardly believe it. But all is fair, I guess, when it comes to the iconic duo. There is your new #1 contender. Billie Kay gets another win over Kairi Sane. Well, brace for impact, because from one women's match to the other we move on. Here come the duo. Look at them coming out together. I did not think I'd be seeing that. Already they seem to have gotten pretty friendly with one another. Tessa, Blanchard and Jazzy Gabert coming out with one another here. As the alpha female will get ready to do battle against Mickie James. Tessa Blanchard decimated her plenty enough last week. But Mickie James is still standing, and now she wants a part of that woman right there. She wants a part of Jazzy Gabert, the woman who destroyed her is supposed to be opponent that night in Ember Moon. As the show got underway and as Gabert stands in the ring here, look at her, just that almost condescending look to the entrance ramp as Mickie James makes her way out. And Mickie James, the veteran that she is of the women's division, has one thing in mind, and that is a matter of revenge being enacted here tonight. She looks at Jazzy Gabert, she looks at Tessa Blanchard, she knows she's outnumbered, but she ain't afraid to fight here tonight. Fight for the women's division in her mind, and fight for a place that she has helped to build. Of course, we heard Blanchard and Gabert earlier tonight saying that they are the future, they are the saviors of the NXT women's division. And now we see Gabert's in-ring debut with last week's destruction of Ember Moon backstage. Is anything to go by? Well, this is not something that we should be glossing over at all. We already know who the #1 contender is for the NXT Women's Championship in Billie Kay, but we may be seeing the next one lining up here in Jazzy Gabert maybe. Look at how she dwarfs Mickie James as they make their way towards the middle of the ring. And look at this already. This is the woman Tessa Blanchard has made sure to align herself with. An absolute destructive female set on one thing and one thing alone. Pain at the hands of her own hands. And so long as anyone but her is receiving the pain, then I don't think she could care who she's dishing it out to. Collision between the two there, but Mickie James looking to try and use her veteran mindset to her advantage. Big elbow, and down goes Gabert. And that may be the first and only time she'll knock her down here tonight. Or maybe not. Flapjack there, and the alpha female goes down. Oh, well, she went down for a couple seconds, and now she's right back up to her feet. Dragon screw there, and this is, oh my god, the strength has come out to play. Oh god, what a sit-out powerbomb there. Had enough time to move around with it. And look at these now. Hard knees coming in. The MMA background of Jazzy Gabert coming into play here as she drills those knees into the side of Mickie James's head. But James is still fighting here. Although that may not have been wise. Kicking the back of the leg now, and oh my god, not another one? God, it is an absolute powerbomb fest around here. Dropping her down there with that powerbomb. She followed through with it just for that extra bit of destruction. And now a double-handed choke bomb sends her down. Into the cover here already. Looking to put away Mickie James for good. James is just barely kicking out. What will we see here? Now from, oh good god, up on his shoulders. Oh god, the Omega Slam. That'll end it. With authority, Mickie James kicks out at 2. Oh, I don't know how wise that one is. I don't know what was going through Mickie James' mind there when she decided to kick out, but oh my god, is Jazzy Gabert making her pay for it. Hard knees right now being drilled into Mickie James, and one more across the head there. How is James still standing, I would like to know? Well, she's found a way to make sure that she's the only one standing right now. That lasted all of a few seconds. Gabert up to the second rope now. This is going to hurt. Big splash down. And here come yet more strikes to unload away. And the power and the strength. Look at that. It was like a deep six, but like a sidewalk slam version of a deep six. And the double-handed choke bomb. Oh, it lands again. Let this one be enough to finish it. There's one, there's two, there's three. Jazzy Gabert has finished what Tessa Blanchard started. Mickie James down and out there. What a method of destruction from Jazzy Gabert. What a win there. And look who's come out to try and make the save here to stop Mickie James inflicting further punishment. Ember Moon coming out to try and save the woman who was decimated last week. Ember now trying to work here, but the numbers game is against her. Ember Moon may well have sacrificed herself so that Mickie James didn't have to take any more punishment. That will maintain to be seen. Ember's fighting back though. These two women going socks with one another right now. Ember Moon trying to fight, but the numbers game is just getting too great for her here. And maybe on her own, this was not a wise idea. Oh my god, here it comes. The Omega Slam for Ember Moon as well. Slams her down. This is more than an iconic duo. This is a destructive duo set on one thing. Ember Moon goes down. Sacrificed herself for Mickie James there. But Tessa Blanchard and Jazzy Gabert will stand tall in the ring, and they seem awfully proud of what they've done. Destruction and dominance by any means necessary. That seems to be the mantra behind these two women. And that will be something I think that puts this whole division on notice. Billie Kay may well be the #1 contender, but this could well be one of the huge talking points that we will look at in the weeks to come. Now, I would say that coming up next is the 10-man battle royal to determine the #1 contender, but it's not. Because coming up next, we hear from the NXT champion. Let's get this over and done with. It's Coren. And once again, there's no NXT championship in sight. Why would there be? This man doesn't care for NXT. This man doesn't care for the title. He cares for himself. Himself and himself alone. That has been how he goes about things from the very first day. He showed up here, and for God's sake, this man is the face. But I imagine this man was also taken aback a little last week, shooken a little bit last week when he saw none other than the Rainmaker show up on NXT, and I hope he has a few things to say about it. And indeed he does. He is responding to Okada right here. How last week a joke returned to NXT. Well, that joke is the punching bag of Coren. If Okada really believes that he has what it takes, if Okada really thinks that he can fight him a takeover, well, to the victor go the spoils, and a takeover, all the spoils will be going to Coren. In his mind, nothing and no one can stop him. Oh my goodness, well, someone's come to say something about that. Steve Austin is here. The NXT, the spokesperson for the NXT general manager, has made his way out here. And what a storied past these two men have. They have been through everything. They have been through some wars together. It was essentially Coren who retired Stone Cold in this universe. And now he's here tonight to go face to face with this man. Austin giving him no attention whatsoever. Focusing on the NXT crowd here. Stone Cold has one thing in mind, and that is to respond to Coren. That is to speak on behalf of NXT. He is the NXT champion opposite him, and he's got business that he needs to deal with. Coren essentially, to an extent, I guess, accepted the match, but it is down to Stone Cold in a way to make it official. And look at this, he is telling him, oh, so the big man grew up now, did he? He decided that he has had enough of hiding away in the shadows, and he's come back to say a few words. Well, if you want Okada, it's simple as, you want him, you got him. A takeover, you and Okada will face again. But if you think he's going to interrupt Stone Cold, he's got to guess again. Because this is NXT's ring, this is NXT's microphone, and this is NXT. Something that Coren may not care for, but Stone Cold sure as hell does. And an NXT takeover, he's going to make sure that no longer do the wars between Coren and Okada continue on. He has the match to end it all. And there it is, at NXT takeover. We will finish this business once and for all. Tables, ladders, and chairs. If he could stand up from everything that went on in the first bout, then maybe Coren can do it again. If he doesn't, well, Stone Cold doesn't care. He will just be happy to see the back of him. But the fact of the matter is, that match is happening, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Oh, and of course he can't keep his mouth shut. Coren right back to responding. Tables, ladders, and chairs, so it be. But know that when it is all said and done, each of those plunder will be needed to be thrown away to find Okada's lifeless body beneath it. A takeover. He doesn't just take the title, he takes Okada's soul. And now look at this. Two old rivals face to face. Coren has made sure that he has almost got what he wanted. He wanted Okada a takeover, well, he's got him again. The rematch that we've all been waiting for. The finale to this epic feud. Who will walk out of that tables, ladders, and chairs match as the NXT champion? We're going to find out, and I don't know if NXT and the Hammerstein Ballroom is ready for everything that's going to happen. I don't know if this building will stand by the time everything is done. The feud will go down in history. But as for right now, we move on, because we're going to determine the #1 contender for the NXT Global Championship. Well, that may well have been made official, and we may well have the huge news regarding Coren and Okada at TakeOver, but as for right now, we are moving on to this 10-man Battle Royal to determine the #1 contender to the NXT Global Championship. 10 men. We know 8 of them. 2 are a big surprise that we wait on. And we'll see who they're going to be in this matchup. But first, as we can see here, Pentagon Jr., which should be very interesting for him indeed, I think. It will be, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in this matchup. I mean, he's starting early, which kind of puts him, I guess, his back a little bit up against the wall, but nothing I don't imagine he's going to be panicking too much about. Pentagon Jr. does enjoy surviving essentially as long as possible. I don't imagine this match is going to change that much. It'll be interesting to see who he shares the ring with, though. Pentagon Jr. just coming off a loss to Hiroshi Tanahashi last week. But the thing is with momentum is, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter in a battle royal because it's just all about who you can throw over the top rope. And just become the winner, essentially. I am looking forward to seeing who's going to be involved in this. And as I said at the start of the show, ignore the arena. This game has no idea what the fuck continuity is. So just move on and focus away from it. Pretend this is the Hammerstein Ballroom. Anyway, Kurt Angle's going to be watching this one closely, as Pentagon Jr. will be starting this one against the first man revealed in the 10-man Battle Royal. That was the Big Show. And these are going to be 2 big hosses kicking things off in this Battle Royal, that's for certain. Pentagon Jr. may not look like a big hoss, but he certainly fights like one. Big Show, well, he does look like one, and he is one. So that's plain and simple to understand. Big Show took it to, made sure that even though he wasn't on NXT last week, he made sure that everyone was focused on him and realized that in his eyes, he was the favorite to take on Kurt Angle, knocking out Tanahashi after their matchup and really setting it in stone that he is coming for that NXT Global Championship. He wanted to make sure that Tanahashi, Angle, anyone in this matchup knew that Big Show has only one intention in mind, and that is being the favorite in this one, and that is going all the way to NXT TakeOver. We get this one underway between these 2 men. The frame rate is running like shit. Well done. Usually in these kind of battle royals, we usually go with 2-minute intervals. However, because there's only 10 men and we can, you know, speed through it a little bit quicker, I think we're going to go for every 90 seconds. However, I'm not too sure if there'll be a countdown or not. If there isn't, well, you know, we tried. But Big Show starting things off here, Pentagon Jr., and he's getting things off to a pretty good start as well. He hit that big sidewalk slam on him right there, and he is going to work in this one. Hard knee. Really annoyed this game is running at 30 in this Battle Royal. Literally no need for it, but yep, this is 2K. They can't create a simple wrestling game to save their fucking lives. Nice counter by Pentagon Jr. there. Good reverse DDT. As this one continues on now. Not a clue when number 3 will come out, just as a heads up, so you'll just have to guess. Unless, of course, there is a countdown, in which case we'll just go from there. But Pentagon Jr. right now looking good. Oh my god, against the Big Show. And oh, what a super kick there. Rolled through and caught him hard in the head. Big Show now the one on the receiving end of some punishment as this one continues on. Nice counter there by Big Show, though, as these two men go back and forth. And we do have a giant countdown clock. Holy shit, the size of it. Got him up against the ropes here, though. Pentagon Jr. going to look for the elimination as number 3 is on their way. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not someone we know. So this is one of the surprises. The Velveteen Dream. When did he come along to NXT? Well, apparently tonight. The Velveteen Dream has come with one purpose in mind, and that is to make NXT a fabulous place. But certainly right now, his intentions are becoming the number 1 contender to the NXT Global Championship. Pentagon Jr., though, giving him his rendition of an NXT welcoming. Big Show was clinging on underneath the bottom rope there, so he couldn't be eliminated. Smart by him because he didn't go over the top rope. Pentagon Jr. spent a little bit too long on the top rope. Big Show makes him pay for it, but the Velveteen Dream goes down. And much the same as Big Show, he rolls under that bottom rope in an attempt to stay safe. Pentagon Jr., though, he won't be lasting much longer, maybe. Clinging onto that top rope right now. Big Show looking to hoof him over. Looking to get the first elimination. The man who, pound for pound, is certainly the favourite, is looking to assert his claim here, and the Velveteen Dream has come along in this one, but Pentagon Jr. is getting his way out of that one. He stays in this. And the Velveteen Dream looks like he wants a bit of Pentagon Jr. right now. Good slam there by the Velveteen Dream, showing his strength off, and now he's going for Big Show. May not be the wisest decision he's made in his short career in NXT thus far, but oh, Big Show will decimate anyone and everyone. Look at the strength of him there as we await number 4 to come out now. Interesting lineup already, and number 4 will be, in my eyes, the favorite. Tanahashi is coming towards the ring. The ace of New Japan has come into this match with one intention. He wants to go to TakeOver. He wants to be the global champion. He wants to show that he could take on Kurt Angle and give him a great matchup, and I honestly think that he is right about that. Imagine Tanahashi against Angle. Oh, well, that almost didn't happen because he almost got eliminated there. There's the weapon. Was that the... I thought that was the WMD there by Big Show to Velveteen Dream, but Tanahashi going after Pentagon Jr., rekindling their matchup from last week. Interesting that he's not going after Big Show, given what Show did to him just last week. Pentagon Jr., though, unloading away with kicks onto Tanahashi now. Velveteen Dream having a lot of difficulty against the Big Show, having to use simple strikes here. A high-octane fatal 4-way in this one thus far, as we see almost half the field, and Velveteen Dream almost slamming Big Show there, but Show made sure to put the brakes on that one. And look at this now. Big Show and Tanahashi are just not engaging with one another, going their own separate ways, and oh my god, Pentagon Jr., I don't think he's lasting much longer. Up in the air, and choke slammed over the top rope. Take a look at this one. That is a drop that no one wants to take. Well over 7 foot. And Pentagon Jr. is the first one out in this one. Velveteen Dream still staying in this one right now. Backed up Tanahashi a little bit, and it looks as if Tanahashi wants to let him stay in this one. Big Show just seems to be waiting eagerly for number 5 to make his way out here. And it's going to be Tyler Bate who comes out at number 5. Best of luck to the youngster. He's going to need that, I think, because he is in a ring with the Big Show right now. And that is what happens when you go running and gunning at the Big Show right from the get-go. Velveteen Dream looking to make something big happen on his debut here. Looking to try and eliminate Tanahashi. Imagine if he did that on his debut. That would get a lot of people talking. Tanahashi clinging on here to that top rope. He could be hoofed up and over by the Velveteen Dream here. Will it happen? It will not. Good stuff there. Oh my god, look at the strength of the Big Show just slamming down Tyler Bate there. And finally, Show and Tanahashi are going to get it on here. Been waiting for this one since Big Show knocked him out last week, and we're going to get it here tonight. Velveteen Dream and Tyler Bate will go up against each other now. Bate still trying to recover from that hard gorilla press slam from the Big Show. What an elbow drop there by Velveteen Dream. Tanahashi, meanwhile, using his kicks and his strikes to his advantage. Beautiful Shining Wizard to the Big Show. And Show is going to take a step, take a breath under the top, under the bottom rope even, much the same as Tyler Bate is doing right there. And another great counter by the Velveteen Dream. Just one eliminated so far in Pentagon Jr., who came out, of course, at number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 still in this one, and we're about to be joined by number 6. Big Show's busted open here. Tyler Bate looking to try and use that to his advantage. Can Bate single-handedly eliminate Big Show? As here comes number 6. Pete Dunne is going to come out at number 6. Tyler Bate at number 5, and a rival throughout his entire career, comes out at number 6. The Bruiserweight enters this matchup. Both Bate and Dunne have had their chances in the past to take on Kurt Angle, and they're looking to continue it here tonight. Another reversal there by the Velveteen Dream, but Big Show is immediately going after him here. Tanahashi on those ropes in a very dangerous place right now. We've still got, who have we got from who we know? Lio Rush and Kushida and Edge are still left to come out. There we go. Those are the 3 that we know are still left to come out, and one more surprise entrant. But right now, Big Show, despite being busted open, hit a hard spear on the Velveteen Dream there. And oh my god, Dream is going to face the same wrath as Pentagon Jr. did. His debut is coming to an end. Right now, choke slam up and over the top rope. That's 2 eliminations for the Big Show, and 2 men who have been eliminated in this matchup. Unstoppable start thus far for the world's largest athlete. And here he goes after Tanahashi, leaving the 2 British men to go after one another once again. Bate looking to try and get rid of Dunne there, but not going to happen. Great evasion there by Pete Dunne. And Tanahashi in trouble once again. Hoofed up to that top rope with relative ease. Tyler Bate on the outside in trouble as well. Oh, and Tanahashi's gone! Big Show with his 3rd elimination as number 7 gets ready to make their way out. Oh, what? No! Number 7! One of the hottest acts on the independent circuit. It's Matt Riddle. Oh, wow. NXT has outdone itself here. I didn't think there was many left for them to pick up, but clearly they've scooped up another huge name. Matt Riddle has arrived to NXT, and he's got a welcoming courtesy of the Big Show. That is 2 conflicting styles, mixed martial arts of Matt Riddle and just brute power of the Big Show. He's eliminated 3 out of 3 thus far, and meanwhile, Matt Riddle's got to try and make his debut something that everyone will remember, and if he could do that by eliminating the Big Show, imagine how big that would be. Speaking of eliminations, Pete Dunne in trouble yet again. Tyler Bate, oh, he almost had him there, but he could continue it on. Dunne clinging onto the bottom rope here. He's gone over the top rope, so all he needs to be is pushed out to the outside. Same goes for the Big Show. Big Show's teetering. Can Matt Riddle single-handedly eliminate the Big Show? Can he? No, he can't. I don't think he had the strength within him. And look at Pete Dunne, ever the opportunist. Dunne went after Riddle there, but he didn't get the elimination. And Riddle making him pay for it. Dragon screw right now. So we've got Lio Rush, Kushida, and Edge left to come out. Velveteen Dream, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and oh god, he got dumped into the ropes there. There we go. Speak of him, number 8 is Lio Rush, and Pentagon Jr., I was going to say, is the 3rd man eliminated. Big Show, though, starting to show some signs of wear and tear, and this could be where the youngster could take a great advantage and make the most of it. This is, oh my god, Riddle's gone! Riddle eliminated by Pete Dunne! Way to play spoiler on this man's debut. This is a mistake being made here by these guys in the ring, though. They're going after each other. They have the world's largest athlete in the ring, who has eliminated all bar one involved in this matchup, and they are high content with just taking out each other and not taking out the biggest threat in this matchup. Pete Dunne clings on there. If I was Bait, I'd get up to my feet and I'd make the save, because that's one extra body that can eliminate the Big Show. Show can't get rid of Pete Dunne, though. Meanwhile, Rush and Bait, who were just teaming with each other last week, are going after each other in this one. There's no logic being applied here by these three youngsters. They're all working for themselves and not trying to face a common goal. Rush could be in trouble here. Slugging up to his feet and all the KO punch. Well, that could end Lio Rush's hopes and dreams are going to take over right there. Look at this now. Look at this back and forth by Dunne and Bait. Absolutely incredible. I'd be surprised if Lio Rush is going to last that much longer. That WMD may well have knocked him out. Will it be Kushida or Edge at number 10? We're about to find out. Lio Rush may not be seeing number 10, though. He's gone, and it's Kushida in at 9. Edge will be number 10. But here comes the time splitter. Big Show with now his 4th elimination in this one. Incredible. And look at the stupidity again. Only one man going after the Big Show at one time. This is ridiculous. I'm making it sound like I don't want Big Show to win. If he wins because of everyone's stupidity, that's fine. He's eliminated almost half the field in this matchup. He's eliminated 80% of those who have been in the ring in this one. 4 out of 5. The only other elimination has gone to Pete Dunne. Bait here. He's going to try and be ambitious yet again. He's going to try and get him out here. Can Tyler Bates single-handedly eliminate the Big Show here? Pete Dunne too infatuated with Kushida, and there he pays for it. Hard strike there, and Dunne now with Kushida in the turnbuckle. Would he look to try and eliminate him? He will. Pete Dunne strikes, and Pete Dunne eliminates Kushida. Wow. Both Kushida and Rush, two young lions who had a lot to show for themselves in NXT, have been eliminated. And Dunne now is set on trying to eliminate the Big Show yet again. Bait needs to try and get up here, because they could use the 2-on-1 advantage to take care of business here. Show powering his way out there with a hard punch. And here comes number 10, the tag team partner of the Big Show. Edge is going to make his way out here with a quest that is simple: to become the number 1 contender and go to TakeOver. And what an advantage he has here. The field worn down by Big Show, Bait, and Dunne. Oh, okay, he's decided to show up in work clothes. Very nice, Edge. Apparently Edge hasn't gotten changed since the cutting edge 2 weeks ago. We're going to gloss over that and pretend like that's not happening. But once again, this one makes a little more sense now. Edge is trying to make it a little bit easier for himself and Big Show to become the number 1 contenders. The Rated R Show is working together here to try and get the takeover and then whittle it down to the last 2 and make it about them. Pete Dunne, though, refusing to give in against the Big Show now. If he could find a way to eliminate Show with all the blood pouring down his face, how incredible would that be? Hard forearm shot, and Dunne does indeed have Big Show up against the ropes, but I'm not too sure if he has the energy to go ahead with what he wants. He's looking worn out. Oh, look at that in the background. Meanwhile, Tyler Driver connects. Edge flattened with the Tyler Driver. And Big Show turning his attention to his tag team partner now. It really is every man for himself in this one. Big Show has destroyed the field, eliminating 5 in this one. 5 out of 7, I think. Something like that. No, 5 out of... No, 4? Is it still 4? Velveteen Dream, Pentagon Jr., Lio Rush, and someone else I'm blanking on. Who else did he eliminate? No! What is Bait thinking there? Looks as if he had Big Show set in place for the Tyler Driver. He should have tried to hoof him over the top rope. Edge now going to capitalize here. Bats it up, and Bait is gone. The clothesline gets him out, and we're down to 3. Edge helping up Big Show here, but only to turn his attention right back to him. Oh, yep. This is going to be 2 men left. Big Show has Edge right here. Up in the air. And another elimination. And another choke slam. and we're down to 2. Pete Dunne and the Big Show. Talk about two different sides of the spectrum. Big Show in at number 2. Pete Dunne in at what, number 5 or 6? Dunne should have the advantage, but Big Show has completely torn his way through every single superstar. Oh, and he's looking to get rid of Dunne here even to cap off a huge battle royal for him. He's done it! Big Show is your number 1 contender. He headed in as the favorite, and my God, did he make it work. He destroyed the field. Big Show is going to take over to face Kurt Angle. How did he pull that off with such ease? I will not know. So many eliminated. Pentagon Jr., Velveteen Dream, Edge, Pete Dunne, and I'm sure Tanahashi. He eliminated half the field in this battle royal to become the number 1 contender, and therefore it is official. Some huge debuts. The Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle made their way out, but no one, it seemed, was stopping this man on his quest to take over. At TakeOver, Kurt Angle will defend his belt against the world's largest athlete, the Big Show. I was hoping for some incredible kind of matchup, maybe the likes of Pete Dunne and Bate. When Matt Riddle came out, I kind of hoped it would be him as well. But it is not the case. Big Show decimated the field from the moment he got in the ring and has played spoiler on our hopes and dreams of having a very entertaining matchup. Show and Angle for the NXT Global Championship, and along with that confirmed tonight, we know the 4 title matches. It is going to be Tag Team Turmoil. Billie Kay will challenge Kairi Sane. Big Show will challenge Kurt Angle. And of course the rematch we've all been looking for. Tables, ladders and chairs. Okada and Coren. That is how we end off this episode of NXT. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.